Hello and welcome. I am your host, the best podcast host in the universe, Steve Cully. I'd like to thank our sponsors at Procyon Partners. Procyon, one of the top 50 fastest growing companies in the nation. They specialize in employee benefits, wealth management, and retirement planning. President Sean Rabinowitz, proud supporter of our podcast network and everything we do. Green Street Trust International, owned and operated by Rennell Jump and UConn legendary men's basketball player Jake Voskuhl. They specialize in tax plans for businesses large or small. They will save you money or get you a big fat return on your taxes. To schedule your free strategic tax planning session today, go to www.greenstreettrust.com. Pete Finch and the Finch Law Firm is located in Bridgeport, Connecticut. If you've suffered any type of personal injury, slip and fall, car accident, your mother-in-law ran you over with her car, your wife got angry one night and decided to stab you, the Finch Firm is for you. Pete has won legal battles all across the state of Connecticut. He will go to war to get every dollar you deserve in compensation. You just have to remember, in a pinch, call Finch or go to his website, thefinchfirm.com. Dynamic Human Performance is owned and operated by UConn legendary running back Andre Dixon. He trains boys and girls of all ages, all sports. He has a boot camp program 7 days a week, 6 a.m. You want to get in shape, you go to Andre. He has an athletic development program where he trains boys and girls in the sport of their choice from the ground up, helps them reach their full potential, be the best they can possibly be. Andre has sent boys and girls to college on scholarship for all different types of sports. To work with the best, he has a 5,000 square foot state-of-the-art facility in Hartford, Connecticut. Go to www.dynamichumanperformance.com. All right, and here we are with the man himself, former UConn star, captain, broadcasting extraordinaire for the Big East, Sean Mulchay. Sean?
You! Hot! It's hot up in here.
I know.
90 degrees today.
I know. And it hit us all at once after it's been freezing forever.
Tell you
decides to get warm.
Made sure that air conditioning worked.
Oh, you got it running already?
Hell yeah, I'm not messing around. We are linemen. It doesn't matter how much weight we lose or limbs we lose, we're still fucking hot.
We are always sweating. We are always sweating. We're human heat pumps. So I wanted to ask you, we did get some kind of upsetting news about Malik Neighbors possibly missing the start of the regular season, which wouldn't be good. He has to have another surgery to clean up the ACL repair. What are your thoughts there? Because, we have an okay receiving room. I like our tight ends, but we really needed Neighbors. We would be a dynamic group with Neighbors out there from day one.
I think we'll see him week 10.
Don't say that. Don't say. With our luck, the week that would be awful. That would be awful. I mean, it's not a major surgery, but it is going to set him back. And, with a new offense and everything, that's what concerns me. And he needs as much time with Dart to really develop that chemistry. So I just hope we get him back because, the schedule is okay, but I like you said, they didn't do him any favors. I mean,
considering who they're playing, the first 8 games before the bye are pretty reasonable. The second half of the season is tough.
Well, it's the opening with Dallas,
yeah,
and the Sunday night game, That I can't believe they put him in that position. And then they got the Rams after that in another night game.
Yep.
But yeah, Tennessee, Arizona, Washington, I think is going to be down. The Saints will be down. Houston, that's something else we'll talk about. We don't know with them. But yeah, no, I mean, you're right from there. I think they'll be fine within the division. And then Jacksonville, Indy, they can play with them.
Yeah.
Seattle, obviously, they're the defending champs. Cleveland, Detroit, we don't know much. Dallas again. I think we'll be fine. I really think we'll be fine in the division. And then you finish with the Dolphins and the Jets. So it could have been worse. I feel good about this team. I read on Bleacher Report, they ranked us, I guess, 4th overall with our core young talent that we have returning. So I think that's accurate.
Yeah, young team.
Yeah.
As we always say, everything looks great on paper when no one's injured, even though Malik is still injured. Definitely a little concerned about Scattaboo coming back and seeing how he is. One thing teams don't prep for, or it's tough to prep for, but as Giants fans, you can almost guarantee a major player going down at some point every single year.
Yeah.
So it's like you might get Scattaboo back. Malik will come back. But does Jackson Dart go down? Does Brian Burns go down? Is Theo Johnson? Like, you know someone's going to get hurt.
Hopefully. Yeah, you always get thrown a curveball.
Always. So it's really how Harbaugh can keep the tight-knit group together or make it a tight-knit group and follow through with good reserves. Those second unit guys got to be legit. Special teams always got to be on point.
And they drafted well.
They did.
I give them so much credit for that. They drafted smart.
Love the draft. So you pray for a miracle season where if they do all manage to stay healthy, especially the core starters, you got to take advantage of that. You really do. You can't.
Well, yeah. It has been a war of attrition we've seen in years recently. The teams that are healthiest tend to go the farthest.
Yeah.
So if they do stay healthy, I just have a feeling that the NFC East is going to be down. I don't think Dallas is as good as advertised. Philly, I think, is going to be a mess until they get rid of A.J. Brown. Washington floundered last year. I don't know if Daniels is going to be back. So I really think it's open for them in the division, and they didn't get, the non-division league games are good. The Titans, my God, they're a disaster.
You'd hope they destroy them. You'd hope they destroy them.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think they got better. I don't think Cam Ward is going to do anything special. And then, Miami and the
Bob
Jets.
Saleh?
Yeah, they got Robert Saleh as the head coach.
That's Bob Saleh at the helm. Come on.
Listen, I liked Saleh when he was with the Jets. I think he's
a player coach. I like him too, but I don't know if he's a playoff Super Bowl coach.
I don't know. He gets credit for what he did in San Francisco, running the defense. But no, it's going to be a toss-up with them. But I think they struck gold with John Harbaugh. I think Harbaugh is really going to change the culture and get this team going, because they didn't have that fire with Daboll. Daboll was just he needed like mental health care. He was just an emotional wreck all the time.
Yeah. He
was either one way or the other. He would just lose his shit, and he just couldn't keep everyone in line. And I've never seen head coaches that emotional at the professional level. At college, yeah, but not like he was with us. He was just all over the place. And he is did he get hired at the coordinator at Tennessee?
Yeah.
That's where he is. So it'll be interesting to see what he does with Cam Ward. But so the other big news was Aaron Rodgers going back to Pittsburgh. And I think obviously I thought we talked about it. I can't believe they hired Mike McCarthy, but they did. And McCarthy Pittsburgh just doesn't want to sign a quarterback. With Roethlisberger retires, they draft Kenny Pickett. They give up on him. They brought in Fields, Wilson. I mean, it's a mess. And Rodgers, he was okay for them last year, but he for him, he wasn't as good as typically the numbers he puts up. But with the way they drafted and the draft class overall, I don't think there was a quarterback, unless you were in that top 5 and you had a chance at Mendoza. I don't think there. I mean, I don't. Ty Simpson, I don't think would have made a difference with them. I thought that was a bad pick. He was a top 10 guy, I think, or 13. I didn't see any other quarterbacks. Young ones, right? Next year's class is
it was a weak class. Definitely a weak class.
Yeah, that was why. And I think that he can be fine there. I mean, he did get Mike Tomlin fired, but they got him for a bargain, $25 million.
Yep.
That was the other thing that I was reading about, because Baker Mayfield is unsigned, and I think he's going into the last year or second to last year of his contract. And the Bucs general manager is on the fence about committing to him and paying him, because the quarterback market was reset really with Dak Prescott. I mean, I think he's $55 million a year. And then Houston has to make a decision on CJ Stroud. That was the other thing. Yeah. They picked him up for the final year of his rookie, the option of his rookie deal, but the general managers are not willing to commit that kind of money to one guy. And it's crazy how it's turning out. And Baker Mayfield, great story. I mean, he played for 4 different teams before he found a place in Tampa. He was down last year because of, he played hurt again. And that's what kind of killed him off in Cleveland. But with quarterbacks, I mean, it's the most important position on your team. It's also the most expensive. Teams try to get away with bargains, either signing a veteran or drafting someone. Baker Mayfield, would you pay him?
I would. I like Baker.
I do too. I thought he got a raw deal in Cleveland. I would pay him.
And he has shown me over the years, from his evasion of the police in Oklahoma and tripping and tackling, getting by the police, was so funny, to being a super tough quarterback and amazing competitor. Like, I love his.
Oh, we lost him. Come back. Yeah, he'll come back. I think he just lost service, but we were chatting about our good friend Baker Mayfield, and I think he's worth it. I think they have to re-sign him. And NFL general managers are fussing over this. They don't want to pay, and they're holding out, and they don't want to reset the market. But in reality, the longer you wait, the more it's going to cost you. because that's what happens. So they wait a year, and the market gets reset by someone who gets re-signed, and it gets screwed up. So if Jason Litt from Tampa waits,
Sorry about that.
Oh, there you go. Okay. Yeah. So, yeah, you were saying the same thing. You think Baker has matured, obviously, since his time in Oklahoma.
Yeah, I'm a big fan. He's the type of like leader you want at the quarterback position. He's had a lot of experience in having comeback drives in the fourth quarter or overtime. He's got that fiery spirit, that leadership,
Yes.
He's an extrovert. He's going to pick guys up. If I don't play the quarterback position, I would want someone like him to be my quarterback because, I love Daniel Jones, but I didn't see it's two personalities, like I would much prefer a guy like Baker Jones than a quiet guy like Daniel Jones.
Well, you want him because he's got that confidence.
Yeah.
He's got that fuck you mentality.
You play the game that way.
Yes, 100%. You need a quarterback with that kind of leadership style. And I think he humbled himself being thrust from Cleveland for Deshaun Watson, going to Carolina, going to the Rams, and then ending up in Tampa as a backup and winning the starting job. And he's been solid. Yeah. And he was one of the top quarterbacks, I think 11 games, they said, going into last season until he got hurt.
Yeah.
But he still played through it. But again, I mean, that shows his toughness. And then CJ Stroud is the other one they talked about because they picked up his option for 2027. And then the debate again is he your guy? Do you pay him? And everyone's looking at the playoff game where, he threw 4 interceptions and they got beat by Diana Rossini and Mike Vrabel. So would you pay him? Do you think Stroud has showed enough? He was the rookie of the year 2023. He's been good. I mean, he's made the playoffs. He's been the franchise quarterback they've looked for. Their general manager said all the right things that they're going to re-sign him. But the quarterback market, if the longer they wait, I was just saying, it's going to get reset.
Yeah.
So if you sign them now, you're going to get them at a bargain.
Yeah.
Because the next signee is going to end up at $60 million.
And you hope he wants to renegotiate in a couple of years if he's playing that well.
Yes. Yeah. If he's tearing it up and he's making a difference, absolutely. I totally agree. But they wait and they hold out, and Dak Prescott gets a new contract. Mahomes got a new contract. Josh Allen got a new contract. So you wait, and now your quarterback market is higher when that's where everyone blasted Jerry Jones. He waited till the last second to sign Dak Prescott. He could have got him a year earlier, cheaper. Dak Prescott bet on himself, played well, and he's $55 million richer.
About that re-signing for 36 months, man. He went from $40 million a year, high 30s to 55. It was crazy how much he screwed himself in that.
Jerry Jones is all of a sudden he is tight with the pocketbook, which with the purse strings, which cracked me up.
Yeah,
the guy who spends he spent a fortune on everyone. I mean, Ezekiel Elliott, he drafts in the first round, pays him a fortune. So I didn't get that. And then the Browns going with Shador, and Dion came out and said that he wants to meet with head coach Todd Monken just to talk about his son. Let him know, what makes him tick, how he works. I thought that was a little ridiculous.
Yeah.
And he said, they do that during the pre-draft stuff. But he said that Shador went through such a tough rookie season. Do you see him as the long-term answer for Cleveland, if there is one?
No.
And I think Deshaun Watson's still back. I don't think they can cut him this year.
Yeah, because they still owe him like $60 million.
Yeah, the cap, the dead cap hit is ridiculous, so they can't release him. I don't think they're going to play. They're going to play him, but that is talk about. You could donate $180 million to charity or just give it away. You're giving it to a guy who literally does indie, goes to meetings, and goes home.
It's unbelievable.
That's what he's getting paid for. And he's the only guy in NFL history with a guaranteed contract. He got it fully guaranteed. That's how badly they wanted him.
Like, I want to blame Andrew Barry so much, but I know it's all Jimmy Haslam.
It was Haslam. It was more Haslam than Barry. And even Stefanski didn't want him. Stefanski had to put on a smiling face for him. But Stefanski didn't even want him, and he's the head coach, and he's been working with quarterbacks. He didn't even want him.
I think Stefanski's going to be good in Atlanta.
I think he is too. I think he was a good coach. I mean, you people go to Cleveland to die. I mean,
before Harbaugh got canned in Baltimore, he was the leading candidate in New York, and I was all about it.
I was too. I was so happy we got him. I was so happy that all these owners try to overthink shit.
Yeah.
And try to get cute.
Yep.
Instead of, okay, this guy is a Super Bowl winner. He's been to the playoffs a million times. He's available. He has experience. Let's go with him. Let's not hire the 32-year-old toy Sean McVay that looks good, that we think is going to be the next freaking George Halas. I mean,
it happens one lifetime. That's it. McVay is the check mark for our lifetime. Like, you're not finding another 32-year-old phenom head coach who can relate to players at such a close age while just being able to crush offenses and defenses. Like,
and he's even burnt out. I mean, he's talked about, stepping away for a year or two.
Yeah.
Because I think he still is the youngest head coach hired. But even when Lane Kiffin was hired for the Raiders, I think he lasted 2 years. I mean, they all want, it's like they overthink this shit, and they always want to bring in some name that is going to get them press and look, oh my God, what a great hire. We never even heard of Joe Bumfuck. He's going to do a great job. He was the receivers coach, and even Harbaugh, when he was hired, he had been a special teams coordinator, and he did well. But yeah, everything else is just kind of messy. And they were showing some of the workouts with the Raiders with Mendoza and Kirk Cousins. I don't know if you saw any of him throwing.
But Cousins is going to start the season.
Yeah. And I think that's smart of them to do. But everyone says that. And what did it last, 3 weeks with the Giants?
I mean, they didn't have a choice. That Dallas ending with Russell Wilson was so bad. Bro.
Oh, I know. And Pittsburgh is in a conundrum because they have Will Howard. They have Mason Rudolph. And they drafted the Penn State guy, Drew Aller, whatever his name is. He was the one who got hurt last year. And now they have Rodgers. So they're going to be kind of like the Browns were last year when they had 4 quarterbacks. Who do you think that Pittsburgh will part ways with?
That's a great question.
Mason Rudolph has played well in
I want to get rid of him, but he's like their most experienced player.
He is. Will Howard, great athlete. He's just inexperienced. We don't really know how good he can be. Aller, I think he underachieved at Penn State.
He'll be on the practice squad if he's lucky.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think he is someone that's dependable. Rudolph has come in. He can win games in stretches, 1 or 2 games here or there. He's not like a long-term. When they've had to go with him for 8 games, he doesn't step up.
Yeah.
But that is the other thing that they waited this long to re-sign Rodgers. It's like who do you get rid of? And the quarterback situation, they give up on him so fast. Rudolph has been dependable, so
Will Howard really inexperienced. Even like I know he played good college football, but he still doesn't have a ton of starts. And
no,
no,
I think he was on the national championship team.
Yeah, he with Ohio State
when they beat Penix, I believe.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
So yeah, I mean Rodgers. I was just looking at some of Rodgers' stuff. He was okay. I mean, they were wow. They were like 17th overall offensively.
Yeah.
And they're paying him a shit ton of money.
Yep.
But it again, it's just a mess. And I don't know receiving wise who they have that stands out.
Well, they got rid of their best receiver.
I know they did. That's what I was saying. Like who's he going to throw to?
Yeah, and that's something the Steelers do well is they are good at finding no names.
No, they are. They are.
And, every time, and this was with Mike Tomlin, but every time you think they're going to be shitty.
He did more with less.
Yeah, always. They're like the king of that. Like they're always having a winning record. They always have solid come out of nowhere, no name defense. But it's a different deal now. So, and I don't think Mike McCarthy. I think he'll be okay, but it's going to be tough to see.
It just to me, it's like, okay, you fired Tomlin, who never had a losing season.
Mm-hmm.
I think he made the playoffs almost every year.
Yeah,
one of the longest tenured coaches, and you replace him with Mike McCarthy.
Yeah,
I think if you took a poll of people, I think if you even took a poll of players and asked if they would do that, the majority would be hell no.
Seriously.
Like I don't understand it. And unless it was because they wanted to bring Aaron Rodgers back. But that again, I think that's ridiculous.
I thought, just the way they choose coaches, obviously they choosing a lot of coaches in the past 60 years. I think it's only 3.
No, you're right. You're right.
I don't know how their search process is. If
the guy in his 60s. It's like Belichick with North Carolina.
They could be really behind in the game in the coaches and just not offering best terms or what coaches expect. Who knows? I'm sure salary is fine, but I don't know. It's just like philosophy. Maybe who's their GM? Kevin. What is it? Is it Kevin something?
I can't remember his name. For Pittsburgh.
Yeah,
I can't remember his name. He was new, and Tomlin had survived a couple different regimes, but it was just 20 years or whatever. He was there for so long. I think it was he replaced Cowher after in 07, I think.
Yeah,
it was just so long, and they just got every GM wants to bring in their own guy.
Yeah.
The other thing that they were talking about was the Bears, and the Bears made the playoffs with Ben Johnson as the head coach.
Yeah.
And Caleb Williams actually looked good as a quarterback. And ESPN had it predicted is that they have the hardest schedule and they will miss the playoffs. And the NFC North was very tough because of Detroit and the Vikings. Do you think the Bears will make the playoffs?
I agree with that assessment. I think they ended the season on such a high note that it's going to be tough to top that. They'll probably be going into this season a little overconfident. And, there's a lot of truth to the sophomore slump for Ben Johnson. Caleb Williams, I think, will have a fine season.
It's just a tough schedule.
Real tough schedule. Again, someone always gets hurt, and it's tough to replicate the way they finished last year. I'm not so sure about their defense, how that's going to be. I just don't think, a good example is like the Knicks this year. I did not.
Yeah, nobody did, but
no one thought might be able to get them back to the Eastern Conference Finals because
I read an article, and again, it was like a war of attrition. They said injuries in the NBA, especially soft tissue injuries, are up dramatically big. And it's because they're requiring guys to play 65 games at least, or else the teams get penalized, or they're going to revamp the lottery system. But no, I mean, I thought it was great for New York to have them go far. But yeah, it's crazy how they're doing this. And then the other team, the Dolphins, cleaned house. Tua was gone, Tyreek Hill gone, and they ate a ton in dead cap money. And they're going with Malik Willis as their starting quarterback. Malik Willis, he was the backup in Green Bay. He showed a little bit here and there. I can't remember who he was drafted by.
Watch out, Quinn Ewers. There's a good chance Quinn Ewers.
I think he's shown a lot. I think Quinn Ewers has shown a lot. Absolutely.
I mean, he's got some skills, some motivation, good background, and very little pressure.
When he stepped in, I thought he did a good job. I always thought Tua was overrated.
Yeah.
Especially, he's like one concussion away from.
But they're in a rebuild year. They might be looking for Archie Manning to reunite with Quinn Ewers or something like that.
I'm still not sold on Arch.
No, neither am I.
Even though he gets paid fucking $20 million a year, I'm still not sold on him.
Where's the motivation? He's already made it.
That's exactly it.
Yeah.
When I watched the first game last year against Ohio State, he couldn't hit the broadside of a barn.
Oh,
I'm like, this guy's making $12 million.
Absolute garbage.
Like, Jesus, like, what are these guys thinking?
Yeah.
All right, we'll be right back.
Down south, we have Julius Williams, Jordan Harris, and the rest of the team of the Trench Mob. They train offensive and defensive linemen. They compete in 5v5 tournaments and college showcase camps all across the country. They have sent kids to schools like Florida, Florida State, Miami, Clemson, Tennessee, Georgia, Alabama, just to name a few. They have sent the highest percentage of kids who work with them to Division I schools on scholarship. To work with the best, go to trenchmobfootball.com. Ned Von Young runs the Fresh Fold Laundry Company in Chapel Hill, North Carolina, a high-end laundry service. You book online, put your laundry out in a clear plastic bag. They pick it up, wash, dry, and fold it for you in 48 hours. They also offer an expedited service if you need that as well. They have an online subscription model, weekly or bi-weekly, where you can get your laundry done that way. They offer deals for college students. So if you want your laundry done, you can do it in your own dorm. They have a pickup and now a delivery service. So you can have your laundry done without leaving the comfort of your own home or dorm room. To sign up, go to their website, my-freshfold.com.
So the other hot topic again, Mike Vrabel, just more comes out and more comes out. Do you believe that he should suffer any consequences? Should he be suspended? Should he feel any of the wrath like Diana Rossini has, resigning from her job? I mean, Vrabel, just you go on Twitter and there's memes everywhere. It's just hilarious. But Roger Goodell said he can't punish him. He hasn't violated the personal conduct policy. He hasn't got arrested. Do you think anything should happen to him?
You know, it's such a good question because it's not black and white, and there's definitely a double standard.
Much. See, my thing is with Rossini is if her reporting was biased at all because of information she got from Vrabel, information she got from other coaches, that's different because that affects everyone. If you're a reporter, all you have is your word and your integrity. And if that was compromised, I see that. Vrabel, I don't know what he could have done other than screw up his family.
Like if she spills the beans, well, she got the beans from him.
Yeah.
So that should be punishment because she's getting the information from him. So she's divulging through her job, but he's divulging to her. So that's where I see it
as a source, right?
And he should not be. It's like, say, classified information or something.
Yeah.
He's spewing the classified information.
Yeah. I wonder if he was a leak for anything. I mean, he was also part of, I think, A.J. Brown with Tennessee, something there too, when he was in Tennessee. But I don't think that you can punish him. I don't think, unless you have concrete evidence, unless like they subpoena their phone records or something.
Right.
There's nothing you can do.
So it is weird. Then like, could you say the same for her then?
I could say the same for her, except if her reporting, if we know for sure that her reporting was unbiased, I think that she was a great reporter. I think that she has a platform. She could still go independently if nobody will hire her. I think Barstool probably hire her. That's
right.
where they hire everyone else.
How do we verify what she said?
You can't.
Affected outcomes of the game and stuff.
You can't unless she agrees to take a polygraph test independently.
Right. So if she got pressure to resign because she was going to get fired for having an improper relationship, then I guess you could say the same for him too.
See, I don't think she got pressured to resign. If the Athletic came out guns blazing defending her.
Oh,
but
good.
They announced they were going to do an investigation.
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of what scared her, because if they asked for phone or email or anything like that to do their investigation, their independent investigation, and she knew stuff was going to come out, then I get it. I don't know how much Vrabel could have divulged to affect outcomes of games or reporting or anything other than with the A.J. Brown situation they mentioned many times. But everyone is calling for him the NFL to take action on him in New England. And I don't think you can.
Yeah,
he didn't get arrested.
Right. Yeah, charges weren't pressed.
He's not like Sharon Moore from Michigan, who went to the mistress's house.
Right, and threatening and going crazy.
Yeah.
Hey, speaking of reporters, last week we were naming a bunch that had really, crossed the line with certain stories and affected teams and stuff. And one reporter I forgot, but always stuck with me. She was she covered the Giants for ESPN. Josina Anderson, do you remember her?
Yeah.
She would spew so much garbage, and I'm sure, like, I specifically remember her around OBJ.
Oh, yes.
Thing that came out negative from OBJ's camp, she reported on. She had the end with OBJ in his camp, and that led to other players like Janoris Jenkins and Snacks Harrison. And when all that crumbled, I just thought she played such a huge part in the downfall of the Giants, reporting the players' garbage and stirring the pot.
And OBJ could have been a source.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure that stuff's going on. And yeah, Diana Rossini is not the first and won't be the last reporter to get in on someone and get some information.
No, I mean, listen, you're already up against the 8 ball being a female reporter in the NFL. The NFL has been forced. Well, it came out like they were forcing teams to hire female coaches or staff members to be more diverse. So you're coming into a men's world anyway, and you're trying to get ahead. And nobody beats Adam Schefter to anything. And she was the closest to doing it. I mean, she climbed the ladder. And yeah, I mean,
and that's one of those things.
If you want to be the best,
where someone gets to the top and they screw it up, their head gets too big because she covered the biggest team in the area in the biggest city in the world, and then out of nowhere she disappeared once that team started to fall apart. You never saw her again. ESPN did contract.
No, they didn't. And I mean,
else.
How dumb would Vrabel and Rossini be to just think they could just go anywhere alone and not be noticed?
But and that's the other thing. Do we know if it had been going on for months and months or years?
I mean, the pictures, they have pictures from 6 years ago, from 2020. Oh yeah, that was the big deal. Is they had a rendezvous allegedly. Tyler is convinced that her last son, who she named Michael, is Vrabel's.
Oh.
Tyler wants a DNA test.
How old is that kid?
I think he's 4 or 5. I can't remember.
Really?
So the timeline fits, and they had been seen at a bar kissing in 2020. There were pictures revealed. So it's been ongoing, and Rossini hasn't spoken about it. Somebody that she did a podcast with did. It was Chase Daniel. Chase Daniel did. But yeah, Tyler wants a DNA test. He thinks that kid is Mike Vrabel's. Now, she said that all of her sons are named after family members in her family.
Yeah.
And I believe her godfather or grandfather was Michael. So that was her assessment for it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was just curious because everyone's been talking about there's nothing to punish the guy for. If you can punish half the country for having affairs. What are you going to do? You can't hold that against them. And with her, I think it's different because she has to have a modicum of integrity and honesty being a reporter.
Yeah,
that you're held to a higher standard. The last thing I wanted to ask you was the college football playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
Expanding potentially to 24 teams.
Yeah.
They're pushing for that. And it's not because they want to get more of the group of 6 in.
Mm-hmm.
It's because the Big Ten and the SEC have grown so large that they don't feel they're getting enough teams in. So, and they have control over the playoffs. They have the biggest voice in deciding what happens in the playoffs. So I think going from 12 to 24 is way too much. And especially this year, the national championship game's not until the end of January. So they would have to start the season earlier. They would have to cut the regular season down. And if you're taking 24 teams, I mean, that's the whole thing about college football. Every game counts. Do you think they should go to 24 teams? Do you think they should go to 14 or 16? Or do you think they should stay where they are?
It's why I don't.
It's all a money grab too.
No, it's just unbelievable. They had an exclusive vote. How did it start? 4 teams?
It was 4, which really wasn't a playoff.
Yeah, and then they expanded.
They went right to 12.
Yeah. It's ridiculous. It's like 64. Might as well just go to 64.
Well, they expanded that too.
Yeah,
they're going to 76 now for college basketball.
Yeah, I don't really care. It's still a bowl game. It's more wear and tear on the players and more of an opportunity for them to get injured.
Yes.
So how many more games is that? So if you've got 24, is that 4 more games for the national champion?
I think they would give the first 4 a bye. I don't know how they structure it yet, but this year Indiana was 16-0. I think at most you could play 18. It's crazy to me. It's crazy to me, and they would all start earlier at that week 0.
Yeah, I mean it's just going to keep growing and growing. College will probably eventually go to a full-time 16.
College is just it's an arms race now. I don't even enjoy it with all the transferring and everything. It's such a mess. And instead of making it better, they're going to make it worse.
We got so spoiled as children of the 80s and 90s with how good sports was then that, this crap out there now is so difficult to enjoy.
It's let's pour gasoline on the fire.
Yeah.
Instead of trying to make it better, flame on.
And, same for Hollywood, too. They've got all these reboots and redos and reruns, and all of them are crap. There's not one good rewrite because they've run out of ideas. It's just pathetic.
It is. There's no creativity. There's no depth to characters. You can't watch anything anymore. The only thing I enjoy watching is documentaries.
Yeah.
I can't name a series. I mean, I watched some of the Law and Order stuff
for the 200th time because nothing else is on.
There really isn't. There really isn't anything to watch.
Unbelievable. But the documentary great.
Yeah.
I just pass out, man. I pass out to a documentary. They are so good for sleep.
The last thing, UConn potentially going into the Pac-12.
Jesus, I didn't hear that. When did that come out?
They mentioned it last week that we could go in is football. I think they want football and basketball. We would try to do football only.
Yeah, so that's the deal.
I think that's a disaster.
Whoever wants UConn's basketball, they got to take football too if it's a legit con.
Yes, but unless it adds up financially with the travel, I mean, the new Pac-12 is it's basically the Mountain West.
Yeah, you're right.
With Washington State and Oregon State.
Yeah,
two that didn't get picked up by anyone
because they got Utah State, they got Utah.
Well, I think Boise State. It's just it's awful. So
Kansas State, Colorado State,
State, yes,
New Mexico State.
Unless they get power conference status again, otherwise, I know we can't stay an independent. I would love to see us. I mean, if we had to go to the Big 12.
I mean, has anyone other than Notre Dame, Army, and Navy been in the independent more than UConn?
Well, yeah, Army and Navy, and Notre Dame. Penn State was for a while.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Penn State was an independent for a long time, and Penn State
when they won a national championship, in '84, 5 or 6, whenever that was.
Yeah, they were. They tried to get them when the Big East went and created a football conference.
Okay.
They were mentioned in that argument, but they couldn't get them.
When did they go to the Big Ten?
I don't know the exact year they went into the Big Ten.
I'm very interested.
But I know they were an independent for a while. But yeah, Army was, and then Army went to Conference USA.
1990.
Yeah, so it was that long. Yeah.
And then but it wasn't a full schedule until 93, 94.
Right. No, because they did not want to give up the revenue.
This. Oh, so the 93, 94 season is really when it started. They officially joined in June of 90, but it really wasn't until 93. And it ended 106 years of independence. Yeah. Holy sheesh.
Yeah. Yeah. Dude, they were an institution, man. They were like Notre Dame. They were like Notre Dame. Yeah. It's crazy. But yeah, like they want to expand the playoffs, and it's not going to get more of the smaller schools in. All it's going to do is get more of the bigger schools in. Right. That's where they want to do it. And I'm like, well, you fucks were the ones who made your conferences 20 teams.
Yeah.
You know, the Big Ten has 18 schools.
Yeah, it's so ridiculous.
Like, and we're supposed to make up for it. Yeah. So UConn going into the Pac-12, I just think if it financially made sense, okay, they have to go somewhere.
Yeah,
they're not going to last as an independent for football.
I'm all for them getting in a conference with a name, that's not the Sun Belt.
Or the American.
Yeah, those two. If it's anything other than those two, I mean, I guess I'd even take the MAC.
No, you wouldn't. Don't ever say the freaking MAC. I'll cancel the program before we go into the MAC. You want to play on Tuesday nights? You want to go to the Rent on a Tuesday night?
Oh, Ypsilanti.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That was a great flight. Yeah, we'll be going to Ypsilanti and then Western Michigan, Central Michigan. We'll get to see the whole goddamn state.
We'll go see the Zips too. We'll
be
in
the
of the year.
The Rubber Bowl, the worst turf ever.
Did you remember that hotel?
Oh, I remember that hotel.
It was like an old barn silo.
That whole place. Oh my god! And that was the big win of the big win of the year.
We stepped back in time in that hotel, man.
That whole place, the Rubber Bowl turf, like hadn't been serviced since 1985.
I
remember it was cement, and the only turf worse than the Rubber Bowl was Franklin Field.
Yeah.
Franklin Field
that was for professional football to be played on that field. What a joke!
That was a nightmare. That was a nightmare of a game. So you are in agreement that the Pac-12, if it's feasible, it would be a good move for football. I think the Big East is awful for basketball anyway, and we would dominate everyone in the Pac-12. It doesn't matter where we go. It just it comes down to money because we're not going to continue. I mean, they raised the money to keep a couple of the basketball players. They got some big donations.
We have some leverage with basketball now, man. Like with Bobby.
No, we do.
Fucking Jim Calhoun Part 2. Like, let's go here.
We do. So we'll see what happens.
We're never going to have this much clout again, so you might as well take advantage of it.
Well, I mean, we'll still dominate in the Big East, but everyone is catching up because they have more money. I mean, the Big Ten is catching up. The Big Ten, that's why they're saying they've won the last few national championships.
Yeah.
Because NIL has been their saving grace.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens. But great show. Great analysis.
Always good.
And just remember, when life gives you lemons, don't make lemonade. Take 2 oranges, throw them back at Tyler King.